Hey all, as most of you already know, we went for a winter vacation to the mountains of Himachal. We started our journey on a train from Bangalore to Delhi. This time Jude was going along to see the snow, and since he was more than 8 kgs, Air India wasn't an option. Anyway, we booked a first class on Rajdhani to Delhi and our train was at 8 in the evening.
Look, this car, like the ones we saw in Japan, remember?
Around 8:30 or so, they brought us vegetable soup with breadsticks. The ticket costs include all meals. Then they brought our dinner. There was dal, chicken curry, roti, aloo, gajar, matar, dry sabzi, rice pickle, curd and ice cream. Jude and Zain had their dinner already, which I got from home. After dinner, we made our cozy bed and went off to sleep. I shared the bed with Zain and Jude, while Kaya and Parth slept together. It's the next morning, so I thought I'll give you a quick tour of how a first class on a Rajdhani generally looks. This is a coupe which has 2 seats and there are others which has 4 seats. They provide you with bedding like pillow, bedsheet and a quilt with a quilt cover on it. There are steps on the side to go up. There's a big window with blinds and you can enjoy the nice view outside. They also have a mirror, charging points, a side table, extra folding table for serving food, a dustbin and a door which you can lock for your privacy.
Bangalore city నుండి హజరత్ నిజాముద్దీన్ వెళ్ళవలసిన రాజధాని సూపర్ ఫాస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్.
It was 7 in the morning and the train had a 10 minutes halt at a station, so Parth took Jude out for his morning call. Zain thoroughly enjoyed the view. He was so fascinated since it was his first time on a train. We relaxed for a while waiting for our breakfast to arrive. Breakfast was omelette with veggies on the side, brown bread with butter and jam, cornflakes, milk and a banana. I made a sandwich, omelette and ketchup and it was so good. And Jude went out again for his outdoor time. It was honestly a big task to entertain the kids the whole day. We would reach Delhi the next day early morning. Somehow the day went by. We enjoyed the nice views, walked the corridor, watched some movies, drank tea, had some silly family time, enjoyed more of the view and then Jude slept out of boredom. And finally it was time for lunch. Zain had dal and rice. Jude also ate dal and rice with chicken, though he isn't supposed to eat human food, but we didn't have an option on the train. We had almost the same food for lunch and when we asked the catering, he said it's not the same food, this time it was tur dal instead of moong dal. Anyway, we all were lazy after lunch. Though I forgot to capture, we all took a small nap after lunch. And then came our evening snack. They gave a sandwich, a kachori, son papri, roast and almonds and tea. We had our evening tea while watching the beautiful sunset. Now the task was to entertain the kids after sunset because it was all dark outside. Anyway, we somehow survived. We watched a movie and Zain watched some cartoons for a while before they got us dinner. This is Jude waiting for his mama because I went to the washroom. He has this anxiety where he thinks I'm going to vanish from the bathroom and he isn't going to see me again. It was Jude's third time going out for his walk. It was a 15-minute stopover at Bhopal. And then we had the same dinner and went to bed early since the train would reach Delhi at 5:30 early morning. It's the next day and we finally reached Delhi. We booked a Zoom car from Delhi, so we had to wait for that to arrive. While we waited at an eatery at the station, everyone was super sleepy. I was hungry, so I had Maggie. The car we rented was finally here. We stuffed the car with our luggage, humans, kids and the dog. And we started for Chandigarh from Delhi directly instead of stopping. It was a 6 hours drive. Because the kids were sleeping and Parth wanted a quick tea break, we pulled over at a highway and had some tea and Maggie again. Then we were on the road again. We stopped at a dhaba for lunch on the way. We had dal makhani and rajma chawal. The food was a bit spicy, so it was very hard to feed Zain. Jude didn't eat anything much because of being on the road for so long, but thankfully he had dinner when we reached. Finally, we reached Chandigarh in the evening. We booked an Airbnb which was pet friendly at Zirakpur. It was a nice place with a living room. It had a sofa, dining table, fridge and a kitchen. The bedroom had a king size bed with a study table and a wardrobe. Anyway, we showered and freshened up. We ordered for dinner, khichdi for Zain and burgers for us. After dinner, we were so tired that we fell off to sleep as soon as we laid our heads on the pillow.
Zain, come on. Let's go.
The next morning, we packed our stuff and started for our journey to Manali, which was another 6 to 7 hours of drive. We started at 7 in the morning. We drove for an hour and found this vendor selling fresh orange juice on the highway. So we decided to have that before hitting the road again. Manali was 237 kilometers more. We drove and as we were ascending, the sceneries changed. There were beautiful mountains with clouds and that extreme chill in the air. We were honestly loving everything about it. Since it's been long, we actually encountered real winters. There were around 7 tunnels that we crossed on the highway from Chandigarh to Manali. The road is beautiful, very smooth, and it got so much easier with these tunnels now.
Good.
We stopped at a dhaba for breakfast as soon as we entered Himachal. We ordered for tandoori aloo paratha and Maggi. These parathas were so good that we had 3 of them.
Winter is cold weather Maggie.
And with a happy tummy, we started our journey again. The Bees River starts flowing beside you while you drive as you would be nearing Manali. I couldn't resist but stop over to admire the beautiful views. The road started getting narrower and there was a two-way traffic now. However, the views were so amazing that you can't help but only admire the drive. Finally, around 2 we reached Manali. It was just 50 kilometers then. We stopped at a dhaba for lunch and we saw the most amazing view from there. Honestly, I was thrilled like a baby. It was just such a change of scenery for me coming from Bangalore. I thoroughly enjoyed the view. Just look at it, straight out of a wallpaper, the snow-capped mountains, the river flowing, and these houses just added to the scenery. We ordered for regular dal, roti, rice and chicken curry. The food was piping hot and homely. After we were done, we headed straight to our Airbnb, which was in Kulu.
Can you tell him it's not his girlfriend?
Jude was in a lot of anxiety, I guess, and he started humping Kaya's soft toy. When Kaya took that away from him, he got mad and snapped at Kaya. Since Jude is vaccinated and everything, it wasn't much of a concern except for the fact that she got hurt. We did stop the car in between and handled the situation. I applied some antiseptic and put some dressing. She was fine after that, though I didn't capture those on camera out of panic. Finally, after 3 days of adventure, we reached our final destination. This was our Airbnb in Kulu. It was an individual house with a huge lawn, living room with a fireplace, kitchen, 2 beds and 2 baths. The lawn was huge with an outdoor sitting and a swing. There was so much space that we could park the car too. Let's do a quick tour. This is the living room. It had a 3-seater sofa along with 4 armchairs and a coffee table. A 6-seater dining table with a crockery unit at one corner. The house was beautiful with a colonial touch to it. I was in love with the fireplace. This was the kitchen. There was a chef who was also the caretaker of the place who handled the kitchen. This was 1 bedroom with a queen-size bed, 2 chairs, a study wardrobe, big windows with blinds, fireplace, TV and bathroom.
It's skylight.
The living room also had a skylight and a beautiful chandelier. This was the master bedroom. It had a wardrobe, 2 chairs and a table, a dresser with mirror, fireplace and a bath.
Jude.
When you live in Bangalore, no, this is what happens. When the temperature drops down to -1, this is what happens. You can only see somebody's tail.
We asked the cook to make us some tea and snacks since we were hungry, and it was so cold that we had to have some hot tea. We rested the entire evening, watched Netflix and just relaxed our body fully. It was so cold that we asked the caretaker to lit the fireplace. Dinner was also ready. We ordered for jeera aloo, dal, chicken curry, rice and roti.
So Manali is the snow area only.
Manali.
It was the next day. We woke up to this beautiful view of the mountains, the chill in the air, and the morning sun sipping in the house. Zain loved the outdoor. He woke up and was so happy to be able to go out and chill.
Come to
We relaxed the entire morning in the lawn. We were all loving the whole nature vibes. We waited for our breakfast to come before heading out for the day's adventure. We decided to explore around a little. We also went on a hot air balloon ride with Jude. Everywhere you see it was so mesmerizing. The views were so good I can't express in words. The hot air balloon with the backdrop was one of the most beautiful sight I have ever seen in a while. It was amazing to see the world down below us. It was night time and our dinner was served. Today's menu was dal, aloo gobi ki sabzi, egg curry, rice and roti. I fed Zain and Jude first and then we sat to eat in peace. The best part about the food was we got to eat hot homemade food after a tiring day and we relished it. It was the next morning and we got up, got ready and wanted to head out to explore around. We stopped at the dhaba to have breakfast. We had aloo paratha, siddhu, Maggi and tea.
Yeah.
This is called Siddhu. It's like bun momo. Let's try it.
How's it go?
In Himachal.
It's nice and soft with this different. With the sticker on my face.
Our first stop was at Nagar Castle. The architecture was so beautiful and the views was just breathtaking. The snow-capped mountains stole the show. Then we headed to our next stop. It was a small village up in the mountains called Soyal Village. The only challenge was the road to that was very narrow and muddy, and it was in a very bad state due to the snow. We had to hike up a little amidst the wood with a beautiful stream flowing by to reach a cafe there called Lata's Bridge.
Cold?
Like the Titanic's water.
Once we reached up, it felt it was all worth the drive and the hike. It was such a serene place among the woods.
Are you happy, Mama?
Is enjoying the view. The riverside view.
Everywhere you go in Himachal in winters, you'll find these small bonfires. These are essential to keep you warm since the temperature drops down as low as -3 on some days. We relaxed and were soaking in the beautiful surrounding while we waited for our lunch to arrive. They had a fixed menu. Obviously, you can ask for more high up in such an inaccessible location. It was red rice, rajma and curry, which was very, very delicious. Anyway, after lunch, we went down to the bridge to see the stream up close. It was almost evening. Zain took a nap in the car while we ordered for tea and bread omelette. And then we saw the sunset and headed back to our Airbnb. After freshening up, we had our dinner. Zain had dal makhani and rice. Tonight's menu was dal makhani, methi chicken, onion salad, roti and rice. And with that, let's end part 1 of my Manali vlog here. I'll see you with the second and the last part in a few days. Till then, thanks for watching till the end. Bye.